Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Alaska at the NFA meeting, and I'm with Belinda Krauss and Ashlie Butler with Bob's Carpet and Flooring. How y'all doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp.
Good to talk to you again, Kemp.
You know, actually, we just talked 3 weeks ago about you opening up the 17th store, and it was when we talked then that you told me that you were going through a total change of your ERP system, and I wanted to get a little bit more details on that. First, Belinda, you're the controller with Ashlie, and Ashlie, you're the owner. Most people know ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning software, and in the flooring business, there's just a few options, and you guys have decided to switch from RFMS to Q-Floors. Is that right?
That's right, Kemp. Yes, we switched in May.
And how long did you consider this before you actually pulled the trigger?
We were in touch with Q-Floors for about 2 years. I kept going back and forth.
Why did you make this decision?
We made the decisions to go to Q-Floors because we liked the people, we liked what we saw in the program, and we thought it would fit with our sales process and our back-end house processes.
So I know that Bob's Carpet and Flooring's been around for a long time. You had quite a history with RFMS, right?
Yes. Ashlie, how long?
A little over 25 years we were with RFMS operating on the system.
I mean, almost everybody in the business engages with this software, right? So how was the learning curve to switch?
I mean, there was obviously a learning curve. It was a system migration, right? It was a change. But Q-Floors support is awesome. They were there and they helped us through it. And, now I think we're on the hump and we're heading down on that learning curve. And I think we're going to love it.
So you're happy with this decision?
Very happy.
You being the controller, I mean, there's a lot of details that you need to know. Are you getting the type of information with Q-Floors that you were getting with RFMS?
With Q-Floors, it's real time. I don't have to wait a couple weeks to get the financial information that I'm looking for to help Ashlie run the business. It's immediate. I can get a snapshot, today, tomorrow, where it's not the same with RFMS. So yeah, definitely loving it. And Q-Floors support has been awesome with helping me design some reporting things that I like to look at and that Ashlie likes to look at. So we're working with them, and they are happy to help us get the kind of information out of the system, because that's the thing. You can put information in the system all day long, but if you can't get it out, it's not very useful. They are just awesome with helping us get that reporting that we're looking for and that Ashlie's looking for.
Tell me about the migration. Did they hold your hand through the process?
They absolutely held our hand. They were awesome. From Chad to all the trainers that they brought down. And we have 17 locations, and they had a dozen of them, and they went to every location and had held every salesperson's hand, held my hand, held my staff's hand, and Q-Floor support. I just can't speak highly enough of them.
Was this an expensive process?
I don't think so. No, it wasn't. That was the thing. Obviously, there's a year one cost that, right, we recoup the implementation costs, but absolutely not. I don't think it was expensive.
In the end, do you think it'll cost you less per year to be using Q-Floors?
Yes, over the long run, I think it will cost us less.
One of the things that people are doing nowadays is this whole credit card integration. Talk about that with Q-Floors.
Q-Floors gave us the ability and we had the option to surcharge to the customer or to keep it a part of our cost, and we chose to keep it a part of our cost. But we still have that option because, if people, it's one way or the other. And I think there are a couple other dealers that we're talking about that they passed it on. We have not chosen to go that route yet.
Actually, being part of a group of 40 members, before you made this decision, did you talk to some of the other ones that are here and kind of get their feel for what you were thinking about doing?
I did. Yeah, Larry Flick at the floor store in California are the closest partners that I could find that have equivalent of the same stores and that utilize the system. So Dakota and Kelly Flick helped us kind of walk us through and what to expect, and they were very helpful, showing us different procedures and how they operate. So they were helpful for us to make that decision.
So they're also on Q-Floors?
Yes.
So since you started this process, the big announcement was made. Roomvo had purchased Q-Floors, so that brings more resources in. Are you doing anything with the room visualizer systems?
We are. We signed up for Roomvo before the actual buyout. We were in talks with Q Floors before they actually merged, so it kind of worked all out. But we use the room visualizer. We use their website, everything. And when everything's integrated together, the customer can go on our website, click on what they're looking for, and then when I get the lead, it actually shows what the product that the customer was looking at, so I can send to my salespeople. We have iPads in some of the stores. You're able to access it from your cell phone too, so it's encouraged that they take out the iPad when they're with the customer in the house. But we're seeing it more from the consumer's point of doing it at their house from our website.
Go back a little bit in this history. Terry Wheat was a retailer, and he wrote this software. And so a lot of people thought that this was like the software because it was written by a dealer just like you are.
Yep.
Why do you think the Q-Floor system is better for you?
Chad's family from Q Floors was also in the flooring business. So that's kind of funny too because it's all kind of the same family line of being in retail. It's a little bit simpler. The sales guys love it so far. It's made for them. I think it's working very well with that, and they see it from a different perspective, and it's not as commercial as RFMS.
All right, so we're, as I mentioned, in Alaska with the NFA group. Have you been enjoying Alaska so far?
I have.
How about you, Belinda?
Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. It's unlike anything I've ever seen being from Florida. The topography is so different up here. So it's a great place to visit. I don't think I want to live here, Kemp, but...
Do you come to the NFA meetings all the time?
I come about once a year with Ashlie. I like the member meetings, and I can talk to a lot of the members because we share information, and that's the best part for me, right, to kind of learn what they're doing and hear some of their best practices that they go over in the member meeting so that we can, take that back. That's great. We should be doing that.
Okay, ladies, thanks again for talking to us. Again, been talking to Belinda Krauss and Ashlie Butler with Bob's Carpet and Flooring, a 17-store chain of independent retail stores in Florida. And you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.